worst border czar in history. There's never been a border czar so bad. She's been unbelievable in terms of her badness to some of our allies, some of our great allies. You know who I'm talking about. Here is the record of economic calamity that Kamala is desperate for voters to ignore. She cast the tie-breaking votes that caused record inflation. She cast the votes. She's trying to blame Biden, as you know.
YouTube, what it is. I'm here live at East Liberty. We still at it again. We asking a question, Trump or Harris? Let's do it.
Trump ain't shit.
All right, so who are you 2024?
Come on, bruh.
Harris.
Yeah, of course.
Why?
She's black, number one.
Okay.
She's a female, number two. Okay. And I respect all the shit that she talking about. Everything she talking about, I respect it. I respect it.
Is there anything, what's your number one policy that you like that she has coming into 2024?
Good.
Who you feeling for 2024? We got Trump coming up and we got Harris. Who you think is going to take America to the top?
I'm gonna go with Kamala.
You going to go with Kamala? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number one reason going into this election?
That Trump should be in jail.
Okay.
Scoundrel, snake, and I don't know why people would even. I don't even know how he even run.
I hear that a lot, my brother. So he's Trump or Harris 2024.
Well, I made money with Trump.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't make no money with Kamala.
Okay. Okay. So we're on a financial stance right now.
On a financial stance, on a personal stance, I don't like none of them.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
But you think that Trump will be better for your economic situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, America's a business.
Yeah.
And a businessman running it, and he makes a couple things happen, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it just is what it is. But at the same time, whoever gets in there is both sides playing the middle. And they're all, and we're the middle. And they're all playing us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No matter who gets in there, they don't even run the country. And that's what everybody needs to understand.
Yeah.
Like, we can vote for whoever we want to vote for, and then Electoral College decides
It's going to decide who we get to
president.
anyway.
So at the end of the day, it's just an illusion. So, I mean,
Very much
you
true.
can fall
Very
into
much
it
true.
if you want to, but
What about, so
it's not me.
were you better off economically during Trump's presidency or maybe right now during Biden's presidency?
Oh, absolutely, it's on Trump's presidency. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I made a lot of money with Trump.
I want to ask the people directly on the street who they feeling. Trump or Harris for 2024, my friend? Neither. We got a third neither for the day. Why not?
It's all bullshit.
So Trump has not brought up a policy, or Kamala hasn't brought up a policy to gain your vote.
Neither one.
What about during Trump's former presidency? Did you feel as though nothing to vote for again?
I'm not voting for any president ever again.
Got you. So why not?
All the politics, all the people, they say what they want, and then they get in there and it's never done. And
It seems like right now we're getting all the promises. Kamala's saying stuff about no taxes on tips. She just mentioned building 3 million homes for middle-class Americans. You thinking that's just a pitch for votes?
absolutely.
I can agree with you on that. I'm not. In this area here, I expect a mixed response because this is a gentrified, built-up area, mixed community. So I expect to hear nothing but mixed answers, and hopefully I can get some informed opinions, and we'll see what's going on. Don't know where the camera. 2024 guys, Trump or Harris? Anybody? Anybody have an opinion, Trump or Harris? But we're still going to ask the people, and I'm going directly into DTLR. Let's go. I was about to stop and ask a mannequin. I thought the mannequin was in. How you doing, miss? I almost was about to interview that thing right there. I got a question. I'm just going around Pittsburgh, PA, asking everybody the same thing. On the spot, you get no prerequisites. Trump or Harris 2024?
Harris,
Why?
because I just would never vote for Trump. He's a womanizer. He is a terrible person. I would never vote for him, ever.
Okay, so what about Kamala's policies that you really love the most? Like, what's your number one policy that she has going in?
To not go through with that Project 2025 thing.
Is there anything? What's your number one policy that you like that she has coming in 2024?
Health care.
Okay. You feel like we need like universal health care and things like that.
Everybody should have health care.
Yeah.
Kids should have health care.
Yeah.
Everybody should have health care.
I think
If I'm not mistaken, over there in Canada, every person in Canada got health care.
they do have universal free health care in Canada.
So how
They
come
do.
we can't have it? We're one of the strongest countries in the world.
I agree with that. How do you feel about economics? You think Harris will pretty much put us in a better economic standing? Because we're kind of struggling right now here, you know? 2024 has been a little bit rough.
I ain't gonna say it's rough. There's plenty of jobs out here.
Okay, let's
There's
talk about
plenty
it.
of jobs out here.
All right.
Construction everywhere. They're working everywhere. They're tearing the streets up all over the place.
Absolutely.
You know, plumbing, all that. There's jobs out here.
Do you think the wages are meeting the job standards as well?
Now that's another thing. She said she was going to raise minimum wage.
Okay.
$20, $15. That'd be a good thing.
That'd be a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
That'd be a beautiful thing.
But now everybody will start getting laid off because the people that own the stores don't want to pay everybody that much money.
Very true. Yeah, so there's like an effect that's going around. Like we do want some things,
If you
but
get a pay raise, everything else goes up anyway.
understood.
Everything goes up.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm interviewing right now. Who we going? Trump 2024 or Harris 2024? Who we got?
None of them.
None of them. We got neither. She said neither, not one. None of them, huh? Yes, so we do have very vocal opinions on Trump and Harris. We did have a Trump supporter who didn't want to say why, but it's no problem with that. And I don't disagree with, him not wanting to say, because as you've seen, as soon as he said Trump, somebody called him crazy. So I can understand where he's coming from with that, not wanting to say what he wants to say. But also at the same time, I feel as though that it's valuable to be able to give your stance and to be able to back your stance, regardless of what side you're on. So we're going to continue on with this.
There was a Kennedy running.
There is a Kennedy. Robert F. Kennedy is running.
I would like him to win.
So
if not, then Harris.
would you be willing to divert your vote for Harris for Kennedy?
Yeah.
Okay, understood. Is there anything of like the policies that you like about him? Him being a Kennedy, I feel as though they are for the people. But is there anything that you like about him?
I like how him and his family, they just really seem like they care about us and they are for us.
Yeah. Much appreciated. Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, you guys enjoy
Alex
your
of Life
day.
Is What You Make It channel.
All right, brother.
I'm
Thanks
here
for
in
your
Pittsburgh, PA,
opinion. Yes,
on
sir.
the east side of Pittsburgh,
All right.
here at the Sweet Spot, formerly Bats Barbershop. And we're going to ask these people today, Trump or Harris? Let's go. Everywhere. Trump or Harris for 2024, and why?
I'm gonna take Harris because of her views. She's honest.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So Donald, you don't think Trump is honest?
No. I watched the debate last night, man. They was pointing out a whole bunch of things that we overlooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We forgot about the insurrection. We forgot all about that.
Oh, the January 6th situation.
Right.
Okay.
You can't forget about that. He's a felon. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even be running. You know what I mean? I don't even know why he's allowed to run, for one thing.
Yeah. I was told, with a felon, it's hard to get a job, hard to vote, but
Right.
you can become the top of the state.
Right. So how can he run for president? It don't make no sense.
So right now, you feel as though Kamala Harris is the better choice for you 2024.
Yes, I do.
Trump shit is cab. Already. 2024, my brother Rob. Trump or Harris?
I'm going with Harris
Why?
because Trump is a crook. He be lying all the time, and he shouldn't be in there, man.
All right. He was here,
He's like a TV personality,
He is,
man.
he is.
And like he's just
Okay, so we're doing the TV personality. How do you feel about how he came to one of his conventions with the music and the whole charade, like a WWE situation coming in?
I didn't see it, but this is my first time hearing it. That's nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to a boxing match.
He came out like that. Rob.
He's not going to.
He came out like the Undertaker.
If he go in, that's what we go. He's gonna be the Undertaker.
I understand. So we going with Harris?
Yeah.
Copy that. Appreciate you, my friend. During Trump's campaign, how were you economically, and do you think that you'll be better off with Kamala Harris, Trump or Harris 24?
Harris.
Why?
Well, Trump incited, he destroyed all the Constitution. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When they rioted, the thing, man, he a criminal.
I understand.
I mean, so
Is there any policies of his that you pretty much can just like reject that he has coming up? I mean, I heard of 2025, something like
The
that.
rich getting richer, taxes.
Okay. What about tax breaks for the workers though? He has something supposedly about taxes off of tips.
No, that ain't gonna work. That ain't
Just,
gonna work.
just asking. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Okay, that ain't.
I'm just trying to throw both sides out there.
Yeah, it was working, man. Come on, you gotta get. If you're a tip, I ain't work for tips, and I look forward for tips. Yeah. You know, so I hadn't been out there. I did both things, man. I'm a chef over in Alaska now, and.
Oh, you're a chef? Okay.
But
nice.
I did it all, man.
Yeah. So Harris for 24.
Oh.
Thank you. We have to get the women's opinion. Trump or Harris 2024?
Oh, all the way Kamala Harris.
Why?
Because not only that, women need to realize that all of us, not just the young women, not just the women who are childbearing women, and it's your future women, it's the nieces and nephews and sisters, and everything that has to do with reproductive rights is on the line. And it doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. If you don't vote for democracy and for Kamala, you're in trouble. I mean, and your future, your children, it's ridiculous.
Would you, as a woman, do you prefer the federal government having the ability to establish these laws, or would you rather have it on the state?
I would rather just have it on the person. I don't want the federal or the state to have it.
I understand.
I think that everyone should just have the choice, and government needs to stay out of it.
I actually agree with that. I believe in smaller government in almost everything. So especially with the body, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. It takes two to make it, but only it seems like the man is making decisions for all women, and that's a problem.
Okay, yeah, see, so right there is like when you have a woman in power, that's giving women some relatability. And that's going to be a big key in 2024, in just my opinion. Thank you very much. What we doing 24, my friend? We got Trump and we got Harris. Who you feeling?
You want me to be 100% honest with you?
I do, of course.
You already know that. I'm not feeling either one of them. Really.
Okay, why not?
It's for a lot of reasons.
Why aren't you feeling Trump?
You already know why I ain't feeling Trump. That's a bullshitter extraordinaire. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
And what about why not Harris? Like, what she hasn't sold you over? She hasn't won you over in what? Like, what is it that she hasn't won you over?
There's a lot of things, but first and foremost, having Megan Thee Stallion shaking her ass to bring her out. What that got to do with politics? What does that have to do with us? You know what I'm saying? How does that make us look? That's craziness to me.
I can absolutely agree with that.
For me personally, I feel like if you really want to do yourself some good, you got to vote on your local and your state levels. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what really affects us before it even gets to that point. Everybody else gets caught up in, oh, this person for president, oh, that person for president. When really, they just a puppeteer. Yeah. There's people backing them, people behind them. You know what I'm saying? Having them do what they want to do. Yeah. So you got to vote for your city council. You got to vote for your mayor. You got to vote for your state representatives and things like that before we even get to the presidential level. Like a lot of people will focus on that, but don't even know who's running. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your judge? Who's locking you up? Who's giving the law in the area?
Who not the public defender, but who's, you know what I'm saying, the state's attorney and all of those type of things. Like, people don't understand that. Yeah. But they'll be so quick to jump into, oh, I'm voting for this person for president.
Well, Kamala Harris was she was a former attorney general. Yeah. And, you know, as what I've read and heard, her track record wasn't really as beautiful and clean for black men, is what I've been told. How do you feel about that?
I've done a little bit of research on that. They say she locked up a lot of black men, which is true. But also, the numbers that they say she did is not exactly true as well. You know what I'm saying?
Very true, very true.
They'll say, oh, she locked up this many men, but it really wasn't that many. And, you know, we got to look at the things that those people did, you know. Yeah. Being out there myself, we do certain things, certain consequences come with those things that we doing, you know what I'm saying?
Understood, yep.
She got a job to do, so.
You can't blame her. I mean, at the end of the day, I kind of this situation with Trump and Harris. Like I said, guys, we're back at it. We live in the building. Formerly known as Bats Barbershop, trying to get the opinions of the people. We're going to continue the debate. So that's just what it is. Trump or Harris 2024, and one reason why.
I don't even want to get your page canceled, dog. I don't even know.
Please get it. Please listen. You know this is a shop. If you can't say it here, you can't say it nowhere.
Hell yeah. Well, look, to be honest, I'm really undecided because Trump's an asshole, and I don't really care to really follow an asshole in the office.
I understand
and at the same time, Kamala, like that's the light-skinned Drake vote. Like I'm not really entertained by what she has to say right now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's trendy as fuck to vote for her. I mean, I get it. Like if I was a black woman, hell yeah, I'm on the train too. But I'm not, so I don't really give a fuck. And at the same time, she hasn't really said anything. Like, where has she been? Where she be at?
She just popped up the last 90
Like,
days.
but she was the vice president the last 4 years. For 4 years. What have you done the last 4 years?
I know
A
where I
whole lot.
was.
But a lot, right?
I know where I was.
Where has she been?
No, that was a question. I mean, I thought she was supposed to be handling the border.
I feel like every other presidency, you see the vice president, and even if they ain't doing nothing, you see them. They might be in Beijing or some random country doing presidential affairs shit. I don't know the right term.
McCain was active.
But we haven't really seen Kamala.
Very true. Very true. I mean, hey, so pretty much is all right. What about the border? Who's better for the border?
For the border? Don't nobody give a fuck about the border.
Okay, so the border, in your opinion, is not an issue for 2024.
It's not something they're going to ride the train on. Like no one's talking about the border.
I got you.
People forget about the kids and the cages and all that shit.
Yeah, under Obama's administration.
Yeah. People forget a lot about the Obama.
People forget Obama actually deported the most immigrants or migrants in
Not
any
only
president.
that, he's also has a lot of blood on foreign kids, civilians, everyday people, just like us, try and make a dollar and go to fuck back home.
Yeah, doing a video right now. We asking men and women all over Pittsburgh. Yeah, I did. Yes, sir. Yeah. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, doing a couple opinions here, man. If you don't mind, just throwing it out right on the spot. Trump or Harris, 2024.
Trump or Harris?
Yep.
I'm still trying to.
Undecided? Okay. So nobody's grabbed your opinion yet.
Not yet.
That's what's
see
up.
A little bit more.
Okay. Is there anything that you like about Trump right now? Any of the policies that he's bringing out?
I can't say there's nothing I like. What I will say, one thing that is clear about him, he is consistent on who he is and what he wants to do.
I'll give you that
and
for sure.
Pushing that, whatever that agenda is.
Yeah.
Now, if it actually works, you never know.
Yeah.
But as we speak right now,
He's consistent with
on
his
being Donald.
Yeah. My only thing is it worked for him better 4 years ago than it is now because a lot of people are actually kind of being offended with his antics and are trying to. I'm hearing a lot of things like, "Oh, Kamala's understanding and she gets to things," so it might be hurting him now more.
Yeah, I think it's definitely swinging her way.
Yeah.
Because obviously she's gonna have the woman vote, the black vote, Latino vote.
Yeah.
Anything that you can think of when it involves Democrats.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be in her.
Absolutely.
This is saying in a political sense.
So nothing that Harris has brought forth yet that she said or anything that she's presented has really caused you to say I'm gonna vote for her for the next 4 years.
Not really.
Not even the tax, no tax on
Only
tips
thing you
and.
can probably do is say like, all right, I'm gonna forgive all student loans. I'll make all interest rates at 2%. Then if we talking about that, some economic balance, then we could be like, all right, come on, you got my vote.
I agree.
Come out there and stay when they're open too, if you want me to. Yeah. She talking like that.
So you pretty much one of your main concerns for this for the election is economics.
Economics.
Oh, my friend, brother Barber, who you feeling?
I'm still undecided.
Undecided?
Yeah, I'm still new to all this, bro.
So nobody's. It seems like on one side they're not really pushing towards any type of policy to gain an active vote from undecided people. What would be like a factor for you to get yourself in the race? What would be something that they could do to maybe incentivize you to maybe vote for them?
Legalize weed.
Legalize weed? I got you. That's a fair issue as well. All issues count.
Right.
What about so you're an independent contractor as well? So who do you think will be better for you concerning that with the 1099, the taxes? Kamala's saying she's going to do a tax break on tips. Barbering, there's a lot of tips, and you have to pay If you report it, you're gonna have to pay. With her, she's saying you won't have to pay that tax.
From what I've been hearing on both sides, they kind of both saying the same thing. Real.
Yeah, you know.
But like how you said with Kamala, with the tips and all that, she been saying that too. She has. But she also like with Trump, you know, the 1099 with the taxes. So it's like tax and tips.
Yeah. Yeah, either one. Yeah, they're both pretty much just trying to throw out something to catch. They're just throwing out the fishing line to catch something with somebody, because Trump did say something about taxes without tips. Right. Now Kamala is repeating the same thing. So that's your undecided. What will be the #1 policy for you that you would want to see changed in America in the next 4 years? What would you want to see changed?
Student loan.
What do you want to see changed about it? Wiped out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a nice fantasy, but you know.
It's definitely tough. Now, the last election, Biden did promise to cancel student debt. He did not deliver on that. So if they're going to promise that, it's going to have to be a delivery. You know, it's just getting sad, but that's the perpetual cycle that they have us in America. The student loans, you go just to get an education, maybe a barber education, it's costing you up to $30,000 just to get that. So, you know, we got to figure out something.
But not totally unrelated. We have wars breaking out in the Middle East. We have the horrible war going on with Ukraine and Russia. All these things would have never happened if I was president. Would have never, ever happened. And they didn't happen.